Well, I'm back for the third mini pillow, and that is the star pillow. This is probably the easiest one of the five. And as you can see right here, my screen is the main screen of the Creativate. It's going to be hard for me to remember that. The Creativate software. And when I opened it up, it was a little bit different. I had to quick look at the screen and see where everything was placed and any changes. I had to put my machines back in. So I listed all three of my machines, including the Memento. Then I noticed in the upper right-hand corner that the new software is now Elite, and it's Essential, Extra, and Elite, also known as silver, gold, and platinum. Just so it's a little confusing at first, but we'll get the hang of it, I'm sure. Now, on the Creativate space right here, it's still embroidery, sewing assistant, crafting, and quilting. But down below, the quick links, right here you see it is now called the Design Catalog instead of the library. So I just wanted to point those out. And this is also the vault that hasn't changed its name at all. So let's open up the crafting software. And we're going to start with probably a 12 by 24. Might just make it easier to design. And you'll notice that these are all my recent files down here. And then on the left, there are three ways to insert your files. One is from your device, which would be my laptop. It could be from a tablet as well. Then the vault and the design catalog. And so those are the three where you're going to load your designs. This screen right here, it says manage machines. And if I click on it, you'll see that I have named my machine Queen Bee, and it gives me the information, and it has to be on to be able to read it. So I'm just going to close that because I do not have my Memento on at the moment. Then if there was an update to the firmware, there probably would be a little red dot here. And this is the Memento. Some people think it's the printer, but it's not. That's the Memento. And then the language selection, of course, I've already chosen English. And again, I have to have my machine on. So that's one of the things that kind of irritates me while I'm teaching classes. But nonetheless, here we go. And click OK. So I'll select 12 by 24. And I have the screen up. And you'll notice that I have a rather large grid compared to what maybe yours looks like. But if you want to change your grid, go up to the view right here as the eyeball and click on it. And then as you go down through, you'll see that you can display the ruler, display the grid, and then you can select millimeters or inches. And usually when I design, I'm in inches. So I have set it to 1 inch. So I have a 1 inch block on my screen, and it just helps me when I design, makes it a little easier. So I'm just going to close it by clicking on the purple icon. And then down here, I have to scroll a little bit. You'll see the shapes right here. Now, they're not called shapes. It's called add. And that's because when you click on it, you have lettering, sample designs, which I haven't found of use at all, and then a shape, vertical line, and horizontal line. So what I'm going to do is select the shape. And the size of this pillow, it's a square, so I'm going to click on it, and then I'm going to select Advanced, because right now I can change this pillow to a 6.5-inch square. So I just swipe through the number and type in 6.5. And because it's proportional, meaning that it is a square, then it will adjust it to fit correctly. So I've also locked the proportions so as not to change it. And everything else is good to go. So I'm going to click OK. Now, with the other designs, I have assigned colors. And this one was a print. And it was a little anchor print. And so because it's different than the other two, I am going to assign it a soft blue, maybe. Right here, this sky blue color. And you'll see that right up here are the colors that I have used recently. Well, because this is new and I just opened up a new screen, there aren't any. So I'm going to tap that and hit OK. And then I want two of those, the front and the back. So you can do it in a number of different ways. You can go over here to copy and then select paste, and it puts it right on top of it. And you really can't see it. And that often is very confusing because people think, well, I'm just going to go back and copy it again. And then you have like 3 or 4 on top till you realize that it's not a good idea to keep doing that. But if I drag it over, there it is. Also, if you expand your film strip, which is down here at the bottom, and when you expand it, you'll see that indeed there are two 6.5-inch squares. All right, I'm going to go back just to show you another way. And up at the top is the back arrow, undo. All right. Then down here is the next icon underneath paste is duplicate. And so duplicate makes a copy, but it doesn't put it right directly on top. It puts it to the right a little bit. So there's my 2 blue pillow squares. Now remember, these sizing has the 1/4 inch built into it. So it turns out to be a 6-inch pillow when we're all done. Now I have another one in there. See, I have 3 of them because I didn't delete this one and I have to delete that. So the second one is the one I want to delete, and I'm going to go up here to the trash can and just click delete. Because if you didn't realize it, it was hiding behind the first one. Alrighty, then I can just click on it and put my film strip back. Okay, now I am going to go over to the shapes again, and because there is a star in the shapes category, I'm going to use that. So I'm going to scroll down, and the star that we used was 36. If you want a straighter arm, so to speak, then select 37. But what I'm trying to do is duplicate the star in the pattern. So I'm going to click on 36, and then I'm going to click on Advanced, and it comes up as 7.6 inches tall and 8 inches wide. When I measured the pattern, it measured out from tip to tip 4 inches. So I'm going to swipe and type in 4. And then I'm going to hit enter, and you see it's reduced it. And then I'm going to hit OK. And there's my star right there in the middle of the pillow. and I am going to click on it and change it to red. And you'll notice there's my blue color that I picked before. Alrighty. That is probably by far the easiest way to make this pillow. So the next step would be to set up your mat. And unfortunately, we can't set up the 12 by 12 mat. We have to use this mat. And it is a little bit bigger than 12 by 12. So we definitely have to go to a 12 by 24. So you have all this space here, but don't worry unless you want to put another 2 pieces or 3 pieces or something else on the mat and cut that as well. I wouldn't recommend that if you're new to this software. I would just recommend you do one pillow at a time. So I have included the picture, and the picture in the handout, it actually makes these 2 white, but to avoid any confusion, I just turned them blue because my pillow had a blueprint to it. All right, now I'm ready to save it. I'm going to save as, then I'm going to look for my class folder, and there's America Mini Pillows. And I'm going to put it in the folder labeled individual pillow design files. And there is the 3-star pillow pattern. And I do not want to save over it. But I will keep the copy, and I will put the copy in another space or folder or file. So I can make the 3-star pillow right here and save it, not into the folder. But all the files in the folder match the pictures on your handout. If you have any questions, just let me know. You're all ready to cut, and that'll be in different video. Sorry. Okay, so thank you. On to number 4.